Welcome to Late Night with Rosa, where we get down to the arts of the matter. My darlings y queridos, welcome y bienvenidos to Late Night with Rosa, getting down to the arts of the matter. Hello. Welcome. I hope you guys are all safe and well, whether you're home listening, you're in the hospital, your police car, your ambulance, you're home on a couch. I don't care. As long as you're sitting down and you're relaxing, you're listening to moi, it's all good. I hope you guys are doing okay. I know some of y'all got some cabin fever. I know I do. But you know what? Put on la máscara, put some gloves on, make sure you got some hand sanitizer in your pocket, some sanitizing wipes in your pocket, and you go and you take a walk. Even if it's around the block, you know, and keep your distance. Some people out here reckless as hell, yo, and I'm not just talking about those dumbass protesters. I don't even want to give it so much light because I feel like you guys are dumbasses. I don't get it. Why are you going outside? Why are you protesting shit? For what? And let me tell you, I'm like, I feel bad for the kids that can't graduate and walk and all of that. That part I get. I understand. I feel bad for that. But I'm talking more about the ones that have to post it. I want to get a haircut. I want to ride a bike. Sit down. Where are you going? ¿Para dónde tú vas con ese corte de pelo? Where? And let me tell you something. If it's because you want to make videos, you are not creative, honey. Do something. Where you going? ¿Qué es la prisa? ¿Para qué tú estás tan apurado? Sienta, quédate quieto. Ma que jode. I don't get it. And you know what? I'm happy I said that. What are you guys gonna do when those stupid ass fucking hornets come this way? That shit's stronger than bees. That shit go past. That's that thing that the beekeepers be having, the beehive people, the big ass hazmat looking ass suits, that it eats right through that shit. And I know, and even if they made like a bionic fucking beekeeper suit, I bet you it's gonna be expensive as fuck and you can't afford it. Quédate quieto. What? Ustedes son par de cabrón. I don't know where you're gonna go and why you're so anxious. Relax. And let me tell you guys something, all this vagamunderia you guys are doing, this is not over. Which is why I have this episode. It was really the inspiration for this episode. The fact that I feel like this isn't over and y'all acting reckless as fuck. Y'all need to get your mental right. We need to get our mental right for what's to come. This is not over yet. I'm telling you right now, y'all better get used to being more like indoors than usual. We don't get a break, and you're making it worse by being cabrones. I was trying to find a better word, but there's no other better word. Ustedes son par de cabrones. Nadie lo mandó ustedes para allá afuera de que protesting. I want to get a haircut. I want to go to this. Dumbass. However, look, I'm not shitting on the people that doing that shit on the slide. Hey, that's what I'm saying. They're dumbasses. What you do in the privacy of wherever, that's your business. I'm just saying, to be outside, they got a loco con seña, vaina. Where you dumbasses at when it comes to rights and things like that? No, you want to come outside for fucking Corona. Anyway, I digress. That was kind of, not the hornets, but the thought of the way that, just seeing how people are reacting and the toll is taking on a lot of us was really the inspiration for this episode. And I just wanted to go over a few things. And one of the things that I came up with, or that I kind of titled it, because once I talk about it, once I describe it, you guys are like, oh, I know what she's talking about. Oh, see, I know people like that. I'm like that. Oh, okay. So basically, it's the art of non-therapy therapy. What is that? I'll elaborate. You guys ever have a friend, or are you that person, or you know someone, or you're that person for someone, or there's a person that's not that person for you, where you know for a fact that no matter what time of day you hit them up and they'll give you exactly exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it, and it comes with love and it's genuine, and because they know you so personally, you receive the message. And they kind of, these are the people that kind of, they're your foundation. They're what hold you. They're your support. And them, inside note, we all need support. We all need somebody. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care what anybody says. We all need somebody sometime. Especially if we don't have access to any kind of therapist. Because let me tell you something, there's gonna be days where you're strong as shit and you can handle, and there's gonna be days where you just can't. And that's okay. But I think it's really difficult, especially when you hear things like that medical doctor who committed suicide after she surpassed she beat the coronavirus. And it made me wonder, it really made me wonder, like, well, first it made me feel really bad. What was going through her mind, you know what I mean? First, think about it, like, I can't put myself in your shoes. I can't put myself in any essential worker's shoes, I consider them all a blessing, and I thank them a million times. But has anyone really taken a second to really check on the essential workers? Because it's just like, think about it, it's like trying to dodge a bullet, but you got 50 coming your way. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how many you dodge, you still got 50 coming your way. You can't escape it. And how difficult it is to have people walk in and not have more God, and then see a number of them daily. That shit takes a toll, bro. Fuck. And that's just me thinking about it. I'm not even living that. That's just me thinking about it. I have family members who are essential workers, and I fucking worry all the fucking time. Like, I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? So I try to hit them up, but I understand that they probably just want some quiet time. Like, there's so much going mentally, that instead of us being selfish and thinking about things that we don't fucking have, like, oh, I want to go do this, I want to go do that, I want, have you taken the time to just, like, not do shit and, like, maybe check on somebody? And I don't know her reasoning. I don't know why she did. We obviously don't know the details, but I can't even imagine what she was going through when she got to the point where she decided to do that, to commit suicide. And I know that we've all been through really tough places, and I just think that being there for each other, especially now, guys, seriously, the art is in the love of doing it. That's where the art is. You don't have to search to be a friend, to give someone non-therapy. Like, non-therapy is on the fly, any second, not unpredicted, for no reason. You just call somebody and let them talk. So I wanted to really talk about that, and embrace different aspects and outlooks on it, for people who have a million people, and for someone who feels like they're completely fucking alone, and they never built that kind of relationship with anybody, regardless of age. Or maybe they're just really quiet people who really don't talk, but they're probably going through shit. I know you're going through something. All these people that come on TV and videos and all of that, and they want to act perfect, like, no, you're not. Sit down. You're not. There's days you cry, there's days you're fucking mad, there's days you're fucking angry, there's days you question God himself, there's days where you go through it. It's okay, bro. It's okay, bro. And all this preaching, oh, okay, you gotta do this and you gotta be this. You have rough days too, yo. Don't act like because you preaching all the fucking time, or you live in this righteous ass life, that all of a sudden you don't go, everybody goes through something. So don't be embarrassed to not be okay, because everybody goes through something. It's just about what they broadcast. Everybody broadcasts everything, but they don't broadcast everything. Okay, so we're gonna get into some details, some things that help, some things that don't help, if you've never given someone or practiced the art of therapy, you might want to start. And if you have an idea of how to make it better, or how to add to your art of therapy, let me know. The floor is open, Well, one of the things that I did write down was that I also think that sometimes people are afraid or turned off by therapy, and it has something to do with the fact that shit can get real in therapy. And you know what I mean? And I think sometimes, to be honest with you, maybe some people are embarrassed or afraid and shit. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is there's a benefit in being a wonderful friend that someone can talk to. Now, listen, there's levels, and we're gonna get into that in a second. There's levels to the shit, and sometimes you just can't handle. But the point is this: maybe there's certain things that someone doesn't even want to share, even with a therapist, and that's understandable. And if you're that person, that's cool. But I know you got a BFF somewhere. Listen, all I'm saying, whether you write it in a journal or whatever it is, you got to be able to, you have to release these emotions one way or another and figure out how to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's okay to be upset and shit, but you can't be stuck. You got to get out, you know? But I think I think some people are afraid of it. I think some people don't want to hear about themselves. Don't nobody want to hear, you know, why the fuck they did some questionable ass shit, why it was questionable, and why now you questionable for doing it. Don't nobody want to hear that, but everybody's done it. Everybody has done some questionable ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't know the ins and outs of therapy, but from what I have seen or heard, you know, it's like they can lead the horse to water, but they can't make you drink it. It's one of those things. They have a way of helping you get to where you want to be independently. You know what I mean? They'll guide you there, but they're just gonna hand it to you, because how is that even effective? And if you're gonna be practicing the art of therapy with a friend, I think we should practice the same thing. I'm not gonna solve your issue right, because I can't, but I will give you support. You know, I walk with you, I walk next to you in your journey and show you love. But I can't figure it out for you. You gotta figure it out for you. People can only help you as much as you help yourself, right? So, and I know I'm sounding really proactive. It's hard, and I get that, but again, life is art is life, and it's a practice. You know what I'm saying? So progression pushes, and all you gotta do is take a step. But yeah, and I think that's what I think people are afraid of. But sometimes you need a dose of real fucking medicine, and you need to hear it, and somebody else needs to tell you, so you can really reevaluate your shit. You know what I'm saying? I also think that sometimes in therapy shit gets real, and like you don't want to hear it because you kind of got to agree with it because you know they're right. Or when you come to the realization yourself and you're like, oh. Because now you got to check yourself. Now you got to look at yourself. It's kind of like self-help books. I used to not want to read them because I was like, man, I'll read this shit. It's going to tell me some shit I'm not going to want to know. Or I'm not going to want to deal with. And it is what it is. Sometimes you got to deal with uncomfortable shit to move forward. Also, I wondered about those who aren't into the art of therapy. Have you been that person to somebody? How did it work out? How do you practice that? And if you weren't, and you maybe this time away from work and away from everything and away from people, it made you realize, damn, I really haven't taken the time to really like vibe with anybody like that, or check on anybody, or have that relationship with anybody like that. This is the perfect time to reach out and be there, especially for the essential workers. I cannot emphasize that enough. I cannot emphasize that enough. That shit is a mental fucking game. It's not just about being physically healthy. We have to get mentally stronger, and we need each other. I don't care what anybody tells me, yo. We got, dead ass. Real shit. So it made me wonder, and if you're not, why? And if you want to get back in touch, if you want to connect again with people, or if you want to just reach out and connect, period. Well, I'm gonna let you know a little bit of what I think works, of what I think could be a great idea, to simply be that person that provides that non-therapy therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the light to shed a light. Okay, so we're gonna get into that, and listen, it's okay. This is the time to change. Deadass. This is the time to take time and to get better, be better, or reevaluate, change some things. you know, because when you know better, you do better. And I think that's important. So, you know, one of the things that I absolutely make sure to do, and I've had to learn how to do this, especially in the art of non-therapy therapy, when I'm talking to friends or coworkers or whatever, because let me tell you, you use non-therapy therapy every day. Coworkers, friends, family, neighbors, people out there, you use it. There's a natural instinct to do that. It's just you have to master how to deliver and how to be that and how to receive it. And that's what we're going to get into as well. So one of the things that I've had to learn as well, for real, because let me tell you, once I became more mindful of how I say things, I noticed a different reaction as to how people receive it. Because I had to learn that it's the responsibility of the communicator to get their shit across. You know what I'm saying? I can't expect you to understand me if I'm not delivering it right. You know what I'm saying? So, and during these times where things are really, really difficult, and I think people are very sensitive right now. It's a really sensitive time. The last thing you want to do is come at somebody with this, yo, you better get over it because it's happening. Cálmate. Relax. Calm down. There's people looking at movie scene looking shit. I've had actual nurses tell me it's a war zone. Imagine being in that environment for 8 hours or more, or for a few hours, doesn't matter, just being in there, period. The last thing somebody wants is to hear your dumb ass come at them like, well, you gotta be real, you signed up for it. Bitch, don't nobody be signing up for that kind of shit. Yes, obviously it can happen, things can happen like a fucking pandemic, but no one has that mentality that something terrible is gonna happen like that. I mean, some people do, but I don't think that in general people have that fucking mentality. And think about it, even if they did, even if they're like, yo, you know, if shit gets wrong one day, I'm ready. I wanna be a nurse, a doctor, a EMT, a police, or whatever. I wanna be it. Let's be realistic. It is an insanely difficult time. If your ass gets fucking cabin fever from sitting at home all fucking day, what do you think is gonna happen to the people in the war zone and the people in this environment, the hospitals, the jails, the streets? If you're gonna be there for somebody, add a little comfort and warmth in your tone. We have to be compassionate. We have to understand. We have to be patient, man. The last thing anybody needs after seeing somebody pass away, sick, and let me tell you, I know that some of these medical professionals even see their own family and friends. It's hard, man. And the last thing somebody needs is and I know some people like to be real and tough and aggressive. I'm like that too. I give a lot of tough love in my non-therapy sometimes, but sometimes you gotta know when to chill. That's the art of non-therapy therapy. You gotta know how to approach it, how to deliver. Because if you want something to stay, you want to make it stick. Don't nobody want to hear the same shit over and over again, especially when you're going through some shit. Don't nobody want to hear that. So just add a little comfort, add a little warmth, add a little love in what you're saying. And I think the beauty in the art of non-therapy therapy is that the people you're getting this kind of support from are people that you personally know. And I think there's something really comforting about having someone that knows us, hear us, understand us, listen to us, even if it requires no speaking from you, just the fact that you're there. And sometimes you don't even have to agree, yo. You don't listen. You don't gotta agree. You don't have to agree with nothing I'm saying. You just gotta be there sometimes. However, now if you need to give me your opinion, because if it's fucked up, it's fucked up. Está bien, dime lo que es necesario. But sometimes all you need to do is listen. You know what I mean? And I just think there's something really beautiful and really comforting and really safe about having that conversation with someone that you really, really trust. And I want people to know, like, there's something that I read, and it was like, don't be so afraid to bother people, because the issue with that, when you don't want to bother people, you're kind of gonna get forgotten in the sense that, because you're not gonna get forgotten forever, you know what I mean, but you're gonna get forgotten in the sense that because you don't want to bother nobody, because you're constantly okay, that you're constantly okay. So then you're gonna be the last one somebody check on. Man, she always good. No. You can be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I'm having a rough day, but, and then talk about it. I'm pretty sure the people who give you their info to contact them want you to contact them. Because I'm telling you right now, if I didn't want you to call me, text me, email me, nothing, I'm not giving you shit. Now, let's just get one thing straight. I'm not saying that you guys have to like have this new profession all of a sudden where you're like non-therapy therapist and shit, and now you're like professional so you can give. It's not what the fuck I'm saying. Non-therapy therapy is basically how to be there for someone outside of professional help that they may or may not be seeking. How to give that one that extra love and care that they may or may not be seeking professionally. How to take your friendship or relationship, whichever relationship that may be, to another personal level, but where they can confide in you and call you and talk to you. And they know for a fact, when I call this person, they got me. I know I could trust them with whatever. So yeah, so what I'm basically saying is that there's an art to non-therapy therapy, and there's an even more beneficial art in therapy. I don't think that this is over. This whole situation is not over. We will be going through this. I think people are only worried about the physical effects, but I don't think people really putting a lot of emphasis on the mental effects. And again, that's why I made the episode, because you can get better and physically, but what about, let's speak hypothetics. Let's just say that the coronavirus, gracias a Dios, San Miguel, thank you God and everything, and it's completely gone. We clear. That's it. Do you think everything's going to go back to normal? No. Do you think people are going to be the same? No. Do you think people are going to be okay to go back? No. People have had people die and haven't had a chance to really grieve. There's people that have seen a number of deaths in person that they never seen before. There's so many things that every single person in the world is going through right now. The last thing I want anybody coming to me telling me is that they're good. Ain't nobody all the way good. You might be good enough to do what you gotta do to make moves, and that's great, that's a blessing. But don't sit here and be like, yeah, I'm dope, I'm good. No. And it's something we need. I don't care what anybody tells me, we all need love sometime. Tender love and care. And then another thing that I believe we need in order to practice this art of non-therapy therapy is to have faith. And I'm not just saying having faith in religion, whichever is your faith, that's fine. I'm talking about faith all the way around is necessary. Faith in your faith in yourself to see yourself through, and faith that the people who are there for you, professional or not, want the best for you, and therefore will do what's necessary to get you moving forward. You have to believe that you're going to get better. You have to believe, and you have to trust the process and the people in there, especially when these people been there for you through thick and thin, through good and bad. You have to have faith that you will get through one way or the other. That's one of the ingredients of the art of non-therapy therapy. It's one of them. You ever been through something and you're like, yo, ain't nobody gonna understand? And then one day you finally get a chance to talk about it, and then they understand. I don't want people assuming that people don't want to bother because they don't want to bring you that. In their heads are like, they're going through their own struggles, they're going through this and that. I don't want to bombard with mine. But in that case, I think it's important that we, especially if we're practicing the art of non-therapy therapy, that we reach out. It's not all about somebody reaching out to you if they need you or for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to check on somebody and just say, hi, how you doing? How's it going? La la la. Sometimes you need that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want that. Sometimes people need it and they won't tell you. And that's part of it. Like, just reach out. If you think about somebody, reach out. If they're a medical worker, or if you know that they've been going through some things, reach out. Just in general, reach out. It doesn't cost you shit to check on somebody, yo. It don't cost you shit to sit there and listen, bro. It don't cost you nothing. And another piece into practicing the art of non-therapy therapy is to be quiet sometimes. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of different feedback, but it's because it takes a lot of different things to master it. And I have not mastered it 1,000%, but I'm sharing with you what I practice. Sometimes you gotta be quiet. Sometimes you gotta be quiet. Sometimes all you need to do is not say shit and let them say everything. Because a lot of times, you ever notice how sometimes when you're talking, you kind of come to realizations on your own? Non-therapy therapy. You see, she be knowing. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. You just gotta shh. You know, speak when solicited. And sometimes unsolicited, but if they need it. But sometimes people, they don't even want to talk. Sometimes they just want to fucking cry and shit. Let them fucking cry. I don't want to hear none of this tough shit. I haven't cried in 10 years. Fuck you. How, Sway? How, Sway? Maybe not in front of people. Maybe you don't consider it tears. Maybe it was like your eyes got watery and shit. Or maybe maybe they don't come out for whatever reason. But no me diga a mí que you never been sad or depressed where you wanted to cry. Hablador. You're human, honey. Just like all of us. But I get it. You got a rep to protect. I understand, but it's okay. You know, I'm just saying, guys, like, you got to be able to release these emotions one way or the other the right way. Don't run from the shit. Not forever, at least. So yeah, so I think that simply being quiet and listening, actively listening, really helps. Literally just being there. One that I myself have struggled with and still struggle with sometimes. I'm not gonna sit here and get on my show and talk like I'm this perfect fucking person that got everything figured out, that everything's amazing, and I'm giving you these tips because my life is just great. No, it's basically like your lady Linda has been through shit, and although I'm not where I want to be, I'm proud of my progress, and whatever I can do to help someone with their progress is a blessing to me. So I don't want anyone in any way, shape, or form ever thinking, yo, this girl talking, nope. I still fuck up. I still make mistakes. I'm imperfect as shit. But I absolutely love the person I'm becoming. And I love seeing the process in my journey of life. And whatever I can give and give it with love, then I live my purpose. Then I'm living my legacy. Hence the art of the matter. So one of the things that I've myself have struggled with is seeking support from people. Because the same way that I'm telling people to reach out is the same way I'm about to talk to y'all about reaching out. I myself have struggled with that. And I still struggle with that till this day. It's okay to admit, like, shit isn't all right. And if somebody asks you, yo, you okay? If this is someone that's genuinely asking you, it's okay to be honest and real about it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a quick conversation. Um, I think we are all loved more than we realize by opening ourselves up and kind of letting people in a little bit into who you are, into your energy, your spirit, and all these things. I think it allows people to see you in a different light, and it kind of, I feel like it's a humbling experience. It's a humbling situation. You know, I, for one, it's humbling for me when people confide in me and they call me because they want my advice and they want to talk or they want me there. It means the world to me when people reach out. One, because you're reaching out. That's the first one. In my head, I'm like, at least they call somebody. And if it was me, I'm with it. One. Number two, because they chose me. They could have chosen anybody. And that's like a low-key humbling compliment to me that you would reach out to me. So I welcome that. You know what I mean? But I listen, my name is Linda Rosa, and I can improve on seeking support when it like, cause I get it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is I've been in situations where people have asked me and I've been able to speak, or I've had the platform and forum to speak on certain things, and it made me feel so much better. It made me feel supported. It made me see the people that are really there for me and really care about me. And I have to admit, I've been in situations where I was in such a struggle that I didn't know how I was going to get out of it. And even people that I least expected were there for me and there for me now. And I reach out. I need help. I need support. And they're there, you know. And by you reaching out, by you talking to somebody, by you, you know, opening yourself up, they may reciprocate the same. And now you're building. Opening up yourself to others and speaking. And I'm not saying tell your whole life to everybody. Everybody don't need to know all your business. But you know, we all got one or two people that we could talk to and stuff, you know. And I just feel like when you do, you're building. Because one, you're seeing me for for who I am, for the person that a lot of people may not know. And it's just a great way to really build a relationship, and it's really a great relief to be able to speak to someone. And if you don't think you have that friend, if there's maybe somebody that's not available to you like that personally, then you can be open to professional help. And they might actually get you even further than you even thought you could get. Another part of it is admitting that you're not okay. Because I feel like by admitting that you're not okay, you're admitting you can use help. You need help. And guys, it's okay. It's okay to get help. It's okay to need it. It's okay to ask for it. It's okay to get it. Ain't nobody judging you. And some of these people, let me tell you something. Some of these people who sit around acting like this shit is perfect be going to therapy like a motherfucker. I don't want to hear nothing. They be going to mad fucking therapy. Stop it. What you mean? Again, there's a lot of stuff people don't tell you. They tell you what they want you to know. All that stuff you see on media, you can believe parts of it. But don't say, oh, everything's perfect. No, mi amor, everybody go through something, okay? And it's okay to not be okay, guys. Sometimes, yeah, you guys ever get the feeling like sometimes I don't want to be so fucking strong. Sometimes I don't want to be so damn tough or strong. I don't want to be the one that has it together all the time. And that's cool. And I'm telling you, you don't have to have it together all the time. And by the way, you don't have to have everything fucking together right now. Everything doesn't have to be fucking perfect at one time. It could be. I'm not gonna shit on your dreams. It could be. It doesn't have to be. Hello. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be okay all the time, baby. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You just have to, when you're in it, you have to find a way to get out of it one way or another. And it's little steps. Non-therapy therapy is seeing you need to improve something and taking steps. You're not going to fix shit in one fucking day. And everything's not going to be perfect. And let me tell you, everything might be perfect today. And tomorrow, se jodió. Okay? So don't, it's okay to not be perfect all the fucking time, yo. And I find the best shit in imperfect shit. That sometimes you got to get out of your own way. The art of non-therapy is getting out of your own way. Because sometimes there's people that may be trying to help you. They probably see it and you don't. They probably see you need, somebody to talk to, some kind of guidance, and they reaching out. And because you too big-headed, because you too tough, or you're too put together, you can't believe somebody just came up to you and they genuinely just want to check on you. Sometimes you gotta drop that fucking guard, yo. Go on, yo. Like, I see that shit on a regular. I'm like, yo, sit down. Sit down. You're not perfect. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if people are offering you help, don't take it as an insult. And art of non-therapy therapy. If you're going to offer help or advise them on it, deliver it, right? Don't make somebody feel like they're losing their shit. Don't make someone feel like shit. Oh, you need help. Why would you say that to somebody? Don't do that. 9 times out of 10, they already know they need it. They don't need to hear from your dumbass. And on top of that, you want to be sarcastic. Sometimes the last thing people need is another negative remark. You know what I'm saying? I think if you're going to offer help or help them seek help, just be kind, yo. Just be kind and just be grateful. Just be grateful that you were able to get them to that level where they're like, okay, you know what? Help me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people, they just want to hear it. They just want to hear someone else support them. Like, maybe you should get some help. I agree. Maybe, you know what? I'll help you out. Maybe that's a good idea. I think it's a great idea, and I support you 1000%. Sometimes that's all they need, yo. Sometimes that's all they need. And if somebody does tell you, you do need some help, understand that it's not because they're being mean or they're trying to be disrespectful. I know what I just said, but you guys know what I mean. There's people that be saying shit like on some petty shit. Oh, I'm talking about people that genuinely come to you. I know that it sounds really difficult to listen to, like, fuck you mean I need help. Even if they're being sincere, understand that especially if it's someone who like genuinely loves you and cares for you and wants the best for you, understand that when they're telling you that you need help, it's because they themselves are like, yeah, they probably like, damn, I want to be there for this person, but I don't even know how. I think they might benefit from something else. So you can't take it personal. You have to listen. Sometimes you got to take a second, right? When somebody tells you something and you about to get mad as fuck, sometimes you got to take a second and be like, what are they really trying to tell me? And then look at the person telling you. If it's some questionable ass motherfucker that's always talking shit, then obviously, bye. But if it's someone who's like genuinely a loving person that is giving you some legit feedback, like, listen, I really think, take it. Wouldn't you rather hear it from them than some random Joe Schmo that's gonna tell you in a fucked up way, and you got somebody here that's loving on you? Non-therapy therapy, baby. Drop the guard, mama. Damn. Not all the time. Trust me, I know. But drop the guard. Some people genuinely want the best for you. Have you had somebody recently come into your life and said, hey, listen, and you probably took it the wrong way, like, what you mean, I think you have to allow yourself to be loved in different ways. And that may be that person's way of loving you. You just have to be able to not be so defensive. Sometimes you need that. Once you understand that you're imperfect, and once you understand that you're not okay all the time, once you understand all of these things, you'll be more open to that non-therapy therapy or therapy. By the way, I am in no way, shape, or form shitting on therapy. I think it's one of the most underrated but super necessary things that we have available to us. I think people are sleeping on it. I think people are afraid of it for many different reasons. But therapy, especially right now, is so effective. I truly believe that. So I'm in no way, shape, or form shitting on therapy or any therapist, because that job is hard. I can't even imagine the amount of people that they got too. Again, like a lot of new patients that they received. Let me tell you, I can't imagine the mental strength of therapists today, right now, or in general, but right now. On top of everything that's already happening, now they have that as well. I'm sure their load is like, you know. So I'm in no way, shape, or form. I'm simply saying our everyday, off the clock, non-therapy therapy. How we can help each other and help ourselves, you know? And shout out to all the therapists. Megan, what's up? Shout out, because it is not easy. And I truly believe that in order to do something like that, you have to love it. Because like you're listening to people, actively listening, and to be able to separate yourself and still, you know, be that non-therapy friend to people in your personal life, like that's hard. And I literally cannot wait to get into that with Megan, because I'm so intrigued by it. How are they dealing with Corona? No, I don't think I've seen people really talk about how have therapists been handling and managing their clients during this time. And how much has it grown? Like, have you gotten a ridiculous, like, I'm so curious. And I'm curious at how they work too. Like, what do they do with the stories? Like, how does it affect them? Now, one of the things that you have to come to terms with is, now that I spoke about that, is that as tough as it could be, after some time of reaching out and doing all you could, it may be time to recommend a professional. And that is non-therapy therapy as well. Like I said before, at the end of the day, you did everything in your power. And it's not like you're leaving their side. Okay, it's not like you're abandoning them and this is why I can. No. The art of non-therapy therapy is seeing beyond situations, or being there through thick and thin as best as you can, and providing them with that comfort. And sometimes that comfort means you have to keep it super real and be like, listen, and like I said before, tell them that, you know, maybe they need to seek professional help. Emphasize that you simply want the best for them. And honestly, sometimes they gotta get hit with reality, and we may just need a little bit more help. It's okay. Listen, it is perfectly fine. You're gonna be fine. I believe thoroughly that therapists have the tools you may not have in order to get them where they need or want to be. You know what I'm saying? You may be an amazing friend, lover, family person that provides that non-therapy therapy, but there's only so far you can get with non-therapy. There's only so far you can get. There comes to a point where you gotta be realistic. And for the people, like I said, that don't have too much of a backbone like that, or you feel like you're alone, listen. Sometimes you have to be selfish and reevaluate things and understand that in order to get help, you have to help yourself. I know that it's easy to wallow in your shit, but part of non-therapy therapy is talking your way, like getting your way out out at enough to get some help. Obviously, you need a little, we all need a little guidance sometimes, and that's okay. I'm not saying, I'm simply saying everybody around you can't do all the work for you, but we can do it with you. So that's what I mean about being selfish, because there's something that RuPaul says, and I know it's a crazy example, but it's true. I be watching Drag Race. I'm not gonna say it lie. I low key, I love Drag Race. I love how they put their outfits together. I love the creativity. I love how they play with makeup, and I like how they give each other that raw ass non-therapy. They don't be playing. They be dead ass, especially when they're doing that thing where they're sitting in the room talking. It's crazy. It's fun. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's one of those shows, like one of those guilty pleasures. RuPaul Drag Race. But RuPaul always says, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Hello. With all of that being said, I truly believe in the depths of my soul that we were created to love and be loved. And like I said from the beginning, the art of non-therapy therapy is to do it with love. Whatever it is, whether you're supporting, whether you're seeking, whether you're giving, whether you're receiving, pause. But it's all about how you do it. That's the art of it. You do it with love. Because for me, everyone who's going through it right now, struggling right now, in general, regardless if it's COVID or not, I think, look, low-key, I think that we all need a little bit of extra love. All of us. I don't care who it is. Just a little bit more. A little bit more patience. A little bit more kindness. But we need to give it to ourselves. We need more love. We need more kindness to ourselves and to each other. And that to me is the biggest ingredient in the art of non-therapy therapy. The love you put in it, regardless of who it's for. Because when you're practicing that art and you do it with love, genuine love, I feel like it is the most effective because it's received and because of how it's given. We should all be a light, shed a light. And to end that there, we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth about actual therapy, professional therapy, and we're gonna get in depth with non-therapy therapy. We're gonna talk about some COVID self-therapy tips and just get into details. So we're gonna talk to Megan. Megan is a fully licensed therapist. She's been a therapist for a really long time. I really love talking with her. She is like, I feel like she damn near perfected the art of non-therapy therapy because she's a therapist. And what I really love about Megan is you can tell she really loves what she does, and she does it with love, and she chose to do it with a purpose. And I'm just happy to have her on the show, and I feel like you guys will really benefit from what she has to say. So stay tuned. She's on the next episode. Megan, non-therapy therapy. As discussed in some of the previous episodes, if you haven't seen, I started a new segment called Layers to Linda. I love this segment. I'm going to explain why. So I love getting into really deep conversations with my friends and family and coworkers. And my thing is, I get into the zone and I start reading you, honey. And every time I get into like deep conversations, which I love to do, that's why I want y'all to hit me up, because I want to talk to you guys and get into conversation and talk about some shit, you know. But whenever I get into the zone and I just come up with stuff, excuse me. So what I wanted to do was come up with a segment where, whether you're friends or family, anonymous, whatever the case, you send me a question, any question, and I will answer it thoroughly. Whether, you know, it's my personal opinion, I'm going to try to look at everything from a different aspect. I'll try to embrace all different ways of viewing it. However, there may be some things that I know, some things that I don't know. If I don't know, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna leave it an open platform. People could, you know, email your answers and we'll follow up and all that. But one thing I'm going to do for sure is going to be as honest and as thorough as possible, like I am if I was talking to family or friends or coworkers or whoever. So please understand, when you send me these questions, understand it's gonna get real. And these questions will always be anonymous. I'm never going to mention names, never going to mention anything at all. So send in your questions. I'll let you know if it's coming up. I might not, because I'm not going to lie, I got so many questions, I forgot who sent me what. So I might not, but stay tuned, because during every episode, we'll have Layers to Linda, where I'll give you my deep, real, late night response to whatever you ask me. No limit, no matter what it is. This week, we're getting into one question that's, it's interesting, and there's different aspects to this one. But I think there's a lot of women that are dealing with this low key. So I wanted to get into it. The question that I received was, would you stay with your man if your man wasn't working and you had to give him money? Eye roll. See, I could become a savage. However, this is the thing. There's different reasons. There's different things that can happen. There's different aspects to this, right? This is a thing. The first thing I'm going to ask you is, why is he unemployed? He or she. Well, he. Why is he unemployed? Is it an issue as if it's like they, you know, got laid off? Like what is the situation exactly? Because it depends. If it's a situation where they got laid off for COVID, you can't get on the man about that. This is something that was beyond his control. You can't, you know, that's a lot of pressure. Like, he's probably trying to figure out how to try to make sure you know, have money for food and things like that. Like, you gotta, you know, sometimes it's okay for a woman to step up. Sometimes it's okay for us ladies to be like, I got you right now. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on, for me, it really depends on the situation. I'm not going to judge you if you don't have it, especially if you're explaining to me why you don't have a job. But I feel like a whole ass grown ass man should be looking for something. There's no reason why you don't, like, if you don't have a job because you simply don't have a job, I got a problem with that. And I'm giving you money for what? I'm just saying, I know that men are giving and they want to cater to the girl and this and the third, but all I'm saying is, the same way that a guy could do for me, I should be able to do back. So my thing to you is this: why you ain't got a job? What exactly he using this money for? And what's his track record? I sure as hell do not want to date no lazy motherfucker. I'm not gonna be sitting here supporting no fucking cabrón, no, what do you call these guys in Spanish? Chapeador. I am not in any way, shape, or form a chapeador supporter. I'm not about that life. I've been working since very young, since I legally could. I've been a hustler ever since. And my thing is, even if I'm not living the best life, I'm making it work for me. So if you don't have something going on, there has to be a legit reason. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just not working right now. No, not going to happen. And if I'm giving you money, it's obviously an emergency. It's not because to get it. Like, my thing is this: even if you ain't got it, like, If you lost it for whatever reason, okay. But I need to see effort. I need to see you putting in work looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna follow up. I'm gonna follow up. Cause there's no way in hell that I'm gonna be working my ass off and you over here chilling. For ¿a dónde? Canto I get into artist of the week. My boy, motion. The motion picture. I want to get into it with you a little bit. First of all, I love your work. Your photography is dope. I feel like your photography and your videography has like a really, I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it has like a rustic urban feel to it.
Okay. I think that's a good summary of like what I go for.
You know what I mean? Like it's urban, but it's like cut different. Like it has character.
Right.
It's not just a picture with a nice background.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. It's real people, real poses, real places.
Thank you. Thank you.
Clean. So I've seen your pictures. I've seen that you've done work with BET. You've done some shoots. You've done some interviews. So first of all, how did you even get into
camera work? Yeah. It started about 5 years ago. Long story short, and this is why it always pays to just take on whatever skills you can, because you never know when it'll come in handy. At an old job, I had access to a camera and I had access to free editing software that I was never going to use ever, until I discovered that a friend of mine, who was a singer, needed some promotional footage. He just needed someone to follow him around and, hey, I'm going to a club to perform. Can you come and follow me and film it and edit it, put it together? Yeah, sure. So that's how I taught myself how to do that. In addition to, I had a public access TV show a few years back, and then so that's how I filmed that, and then I learned how to edit it, and so a lot of it was just all self-teaching and learning how to do it myself in the process.
Okay. And then what was your wake-up moment? When did you realize this is something that I want to pursue? How did you
First time I got paid for it.
What happened?
First time I got paid for it.
Oh, you was like, okay.
You know, this was something that I always told myself at that time, hey, I don't want to do this for real. I'm going to leave it to the pros. I don't want to get into it. Until the very first time someone paid me a nice, what I considered sizable check to do a music video for them. And I said, you know what? I think I could do this. That was my wake up moment.
Okay. And then that was your wake up moment, but what pushes you? What's your drive? Because I know that for a lot of videographers and photographers, it can get tough. You know what I'm saying? So what makes you pick up the camera?
First of all, my family. A lot of what I'm doing to build a brand and to build more wealth and things of that sort is for my family. Because I'm a simple guy, so I'm not a lot of this. I'm not even so much building legacy for myself, but also because I really love photography. Like I really love the challenge of taking everyday people, regular people, and making them look and feel good on a camera.
What do you look forward to shooting the most?
It's gonna sound very cliche and cheesy, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I enjoy shooting people who I genuinely have a connection with. So as a photographer or a videographer, you get a lot of jobs or a lot of gigs for people who maybe you don't have a connection with. You're literally hired to perform a duty and you're done. However, the projects that you may have seen from me that look the most passionate have been with just people who I connect with, people who I vibe with, and it translates that much better into how the pictures or the video look when you see them.
Okay. Okay.
So my muse is vibes.
Mm.
Oh, that's going in my Instagram bio.
Muse is vibes. I like that.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. And then what can you tell me? Can you remember what is your most memorable project? Which one did you enjoy the most?
Um, Most memorable project, probably hands down last year in June, going to the BET Awards, covering the red carpet. Seeing a lot of my favorite artists, my favorite actors, and being within feet away from these people, interviewing them. It's that kind of thing is sort of it's life changing. To have my favorite rapper Wale,
Wow.
just kind of embrace me. And then before that, there was another time where I got to literally work with my favorite person in the world.
Mm.
That person being Joe Budden.
What?
Yeah,
Yo,
and
let me tell
so
you, I would love to work with Joe Budden one day, yo. His energy is crazy.
he's an amazing guy.
I love his show, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't, and that's
Oh,
why
no.
people like him and Wale and August Alsina and Chris Brown are some of my favorite people
Yeah.
because they do not care.
Okay. Are there any Can you give me any tips or advice or just some words of wisdom for any up and coming videographers, photographers, anybody that's trying to start or like it just a tip just to get them going? Because I know when I wanted to do the podcast at the time,
Hmm.
I didn't know where to start, what to do, like but thankfully I had people that backed me up. So for people who are like interested or just what would you tell
So I just answered this question the other day.
them? Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, a lot of people, believe it or not, are eager and are not scared to put the work in. But it's not always just about putting the work in. You have to put the work out.
Mm.
Meaning, how many people do we know that start something? Maybe they start a passion that they've been wanting to start for the longest time. They put all the work in, they invest. The problem is they don't put the work out, especially as creatives. We are very critical of ourselves. We say, hey, this isn't ready to go to the world. I'm not ready to receive the criticism for this yet. But let me tell you, as a person that's kind of grown in this, that's been the biggest help is me actually putting my work in and putting it out. So, a lot of times I put things out in real time. I do a project literally the same night it's going up on the social media for people to see it. And that's been a good gauge of like, am I effective? Do people like my work? And a lot of times you may not get a lot of responses, and that's okay too. But you have to let go of that fear of
Yeah.
of wanting to be received so well. Just let go of that and put the work out.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And then, do you have any upcoming projects or anything? Anything you working
Um,
on? Is it a secret?
yeah. So I do work for Hip Hop Weekly, magazine, and we are doing a lot of interviews coming up. I do have a couple of interviews coming this week. One of them with one of my favorite producers, Clinton Sparks. So you can be on the lookout for that at Hip Hop Weekly. And I have a way bigger project, but I'll have to come back with you to promote that.
Yay! Okay. You just have to make sure. You have to make sure you hit me up. You call me.
Okay.
I
And
want
you
you. I
pick
want
up the
you back on
phone.
the show. I seriously love having this conversation with you. I truly, truly appreciate it.
100%.
Um, This is so guys, Motion, let them know your Instagram, your Facebook, all of that. They could follow you guys. Check out his project. He's got some dope ass photos.
You guys can check my website out. It's www.themotionpicture.com, and that's motion with two N's at the end.
Yes. Motion. It means the world to me that you came on my show. You had a conversation with me.
You gave me two of the most invaluable things with it, which is your time and your attention. And I appreciate you for that. I hope
I
that
thank you for thinking of me.
hello, always.
The power move of the week. I usually do power move, but I want to talk the power movers of the week. And that's the essential workers. Police officers, doctors, nurses, ER doctors, anybody who is in the front lines right now. You are the power movers of this entire, for the month. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you right now, I cannot do that. I don't know if I can. And the fact that you all wake up every day and you still go back. They let go of fear every day. And I respect you guys for that. And I hope that everybody's looking at them and saying, and I hope when you walk next to a nurse, a doctor, army vet, even people that are retired, because they're in the front lines now too, officers. And when you walk by them, make sure you give them that same love you would give an artist. Make sure you give them the same love you would give some famous person. They deserve it. They go into work every day not knowing how they're going to come back or if they're going to make it out. You understand? Every day. And I want you guys to know I respect every single one of you. We are praying for every single one of you. And I am so proud. And you can ask me what makes me be a proud American. The essential workers. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what anybody says. You literally have the freedom. You can quit. I know people need money and all of that, but before money comes your health. And you're putting people before you. If you are selfless. And I love every single one of you for that. And if anyone, I don't care who it is, if you need kind words, love, just someone to talk to, someone to make you laugh, I don't care what it is. My email, again, is latenightwithlindarosa@gmail.com. You can DM me. Again, I don't know how to thank you all enough. You are not a power move. You're a power mover. You know what I'm saying? This is not easy. And you're the toughest people I know. And I respect every single one of you. I hope that God blesses you, whoever your God is to you. Whatever religious you are, it doesn't matter to me. I send you blessings anyway. And I'll end the episode with this one. How would your life be different if you stop making negative judgmental assumptions about people you encounter? Let today be the day you look for the good in everyone you meet and respect their journey. Guys, again, don't forget to share, comment, repost, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. The link is in my bio. Thank you guys again for your time. I hope that everyone has had a great day and that tomorrow's even better. But until then, I'll see you at sunset. Have a good evening. Bye.